and beta has been calculated using regression, and over time we expect it to move toward 1. After 15, we expect it to be 0.75 for dBcorp. We have valued, we have relative valuation method has, we have used justified PE by E method to arrive at fundamental market price of 252.71. Next slide please. Here we have taken the competitors as media and entertainment industry because they share the same advertisement revenue which forms a major chunk of the total revenue of these companies. And we can see that the dBcorp lies near print media average, but it is undervalued if we see the overall media and entertainment industry. So from this analysis, we cannot actually say that the company is undervalued, and therefore we move on to DCF and economic analysis to arrive at a conclusion. From DCF and economic profit analysis, we arrive at value per share of 280.8. And we have performed sensitivity analysis which gives us a share price of 188 to 669. We have given equal weightage to all the valuation method and arrived at a target price of 272, and we with 5.1% of margin of safety, which is low, but with strong growth prospect, we can say we recommend this share as a buy. Thank you.
Stock, let's say for personal purchase, what sort of return would you look at as a threshold to buy a stock?
So it should be greater than the cost, opportunity cost that we are incurring in buying the stock. Like we will expect a return of, it depends on the risk of the stock also. So in terms of dBcorp, we will expect a 14 to 15%.
So why then say buy for a 5% return?
So it is not 5%, it is, sir, actually the market price is 259, the target price we are selling is 272. The percentage difference is 5%, and this is not a 1 year variation.
No, so if I buy at 259,
yes, sir.
I should expect to reach 272.
Yes, sir.
That is like, is that the percentage? 5%?
Yeah, it is a percentage.
Right, but right now you said that you would look at
14 to
15% to buy.
Yes, sir.
Buy.
So that will be a per annum basis. This actually we are not this target price we are not expecting over 1 year.
You are not expecting over 1 year.
So this we are expecting it will as soon as the market prices reflect the valuation we have shown, it will reflect. So actually it is undervalued at present. If suppose the market prices changes to to the target price in 1 month, then we will get a 5.1% return in 1 month itself.
Among the corporate governance things which you used, have you looked at related party transactions in the company?
Actually, we haven't looked at it, but we can say these are the main parameters for the corporate governance. We have actually we also looked into that thing, prevention of insider trading activities, but that we haven't mentioned explicitly here. But these are the parameters that are considered by us.
This question is considering that the group has other businesses like power and real estate, right? And this is a listed company which is generating so much cash. Do you foresee that there is a risk that the group might divert cash to other group companies, and should that not be an important consideration?
Sir, we actually consider that in independence of the board of directors. So the percentage is coming around above 50. So probably any decision taken in the company should be approved by the independent directors as well.
So have you gone through the balance sheet actually?
Yes.
So you went through the management analysis. And after that, there should be a segment on related party transactions. Did you also do that?
Have you done any primary work like talking to consumers, advertisers, etc.?
So we talked to the management, and based on their inputs, they told that the company follows a good corporate governance, and at that time itself it was discussed whether the real estate and power sector, whether they form a part in decision making of dBcorp or not. So they told that it is a separate business, and it is the business, one of the ventures of the promoters, but they have a separate
Whatever.
So my question was more about talking to consumers about how they feel about the product, or advertisers, how do they look at the
So
product?
actually, we spoke with the various automobile players. So they are actually very much interested to contribute to advertise in the coming years. But this year currently, because of due to their internal growth rate is very less, so they did not contribute more in 2012 and 2013. But they are expected to spend more in the advertisement in coming years.
So when you spoke to the automobile guys, they are going to spend. Did you ask them why they will spend on DB Corp?
Actually, most of the automobile sector players, they are actually trying to launch certain products which are specific to regional, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. So since the DB Corp is focusing on Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, so they are willing to advertise in DB Corp rather than dailies which are publishing in metro cities.
Sir, I will also give you an example of one observation we have seen. Sir, there is a plant of LTPC in Chhattisgarh, in Korba. If we look at the consumption in that plant, we see that most of the lower level employees in NTPC, they buy Dainik Bhaskar, and they are very much positive about the newspaper. And if we look at automobiles, one of the highest number of sale of automobile of Hyundai, it comes from that region of Korba itself. So if we look, we can see that DB Corp has a presence and has a brand value in front of the customers of NTPC in regions like Korba, and at the same time that sector is a good market for cars and all. So if advertisers want to advertise, they have a good consumer base.
Did you look at digitalization as a risk? Among the risks, I didn't see much on online presence and
Sir,
what is the industry.
Sir, if we look at the close competitors of DB Corp, HT Media and Jagran Prakashan, among the three, HT Media has the highest presence in terms of digital media. So if we look at the risk there, so HT Media definitely poses a risk there. But since DB Corp is present in areas like Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, the major contribution is coming from these states. Here the risk of digitization is not that much. So we have rated moderate in terms of risk.
Sir,
How
from
did you conclude that here the risk of digitalization is not much?
Sir, we talked to Kalumya about this also. Sir, a major part of the revenue for DB Corp, it is coming from regional markets and molecular markets. I think even that revenue, growth in revenues from these regions is increasing at a higher rate than metropolitan. Even DB Corp is focusing on those regions. If you look at digital, the penetration of digital media in these areas, in the regional levels, in rural markets in Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra, it is still low, and in the near future we don't expect that people who read vernacular languages will quickly switch over to digital media.
In your valuation model, actually suddenly in 2019 your EBITDA margins are increasing. So what the reason for that?
So we
Not just a broader.
So we included three things. First was the operational efficiency that the company will achieve with the learning curve, with the process efficiency. The second thing is that the company has invested in emerging markets. So we expect better revenue realization from those emerging markets, and therefore margin will increase in next 5 years. But in a longer term, if we see operational efficiency is the most dominant thing which we expect that it will improve the EBITDA margin.
What are some aspects of the cost structure that worry you if we are to your forecast?
So the newsprint cost is the highest cost. Around 30% of the newsprint is imported, and due to currency fluctuation, it may have a huge impact on the cost structure of the company.
What are your headline revenue and PAT CAGRs for 5 years?
Pardon, sir.
The CAGR growth rates that you've taken for 5 years, what are the numbers for revenue and PAT?
So for 12% for revenue we have taken, and for PAT we have not decided any.
What's the result?
So for the next 5 years, actually we are taking a 12% growth in revenues. After that, we have taken the terminal year to be 2029. We are expecting that after the terminal year, it will be 8%. From 2018 to 2029, it will decrease linearly from 12 to 10%.
And what drives the significant expansion of EBITDA margin from 20% to 30%?